Hello, beautiful people. My name is Laurie. I'm a tarot reader and astrologer, and welcome to your Pick a Card. Today's message is a general message that you may need to hear. Keep in mind, this is a timeless pick a card, so you can listen to it at any time. And we're going to have three groups. We have group 1, group 2, and group 3. So take a moment to pause if you need to think about which card is calling to you or just see which one resonates. You will see the timestamps below in the description box, so you can jump ahead to the card that you've picked. And as a reminder, please subscribe to the channel, support. I have other astrological and tarot-based videos available on my channel. I appreciate the support. Let's go ahead and jump into your Pick a Card. Hello, Group 1. Welcome to your Pick a Card. My name is Laurie. I'm a tarot reader and astrologer, and we are doing a general message today. So since this is a collective reading, keep in mind it may land, and if it does, cool, and if it doesn't, you can just toss it. And if you are looking for something one-on-one, you can find my information in the description box below. All right, so for your Oracle card, you had clues. So with that, we're going to pull some clarifying tarot cards. We got the Lovers, we have 3 of Wands, and then we have 9 of Wands. So clues is indicating that there's some things that are showing up in your space pointing you towards a specific direction, almost like breadcrumbs. And you need to be taking what those breadcrumbs are because it's going to help support you into where it is that you're going or what it is that you need to be seeing, especially when it comes to choices and decisions, because we have the Lover showing up as your first card. So this is just reminding you that there are some choices available to you. You may not see what they are just yet. You may even feel like you don't have choice, like something about the situation is very limited. But what's being offered to you as kind of a hand, or those breadcrumbs that I'm talking about that are indicating, hey, like, how about you look at this, or how about you follow on this path? It's coming into your realm of existence or your understanding because your spirit guide, spirit team, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in, is putting it in a way for you to start picking up on it, almost be questioning what is showing up. So be looking at what those clues are, looking at them from the place of what are the choices available to me and which ones am I going to choose in order to go in a specific direction or not go in a specific direction. Because your 3 of Wands showing up in the middle of the reading is indicating that there's more to see than what might meet the eye. So to be looking at it from a more well-rounded view, from like an observer standpoint, to be stepping outside of the situation and looking from it from a broader view, almost like a third party or someone who would be planning for the future or thinking long term. What are these clues indicating? Are they opening up ideas for you? And is there something about the situation that is kind of meshing or intermingling in a way that makes sense for what it is that maybe you have thought you would do, or maybe not make sense and have you question and going down the rabbit hole about discovering what else there is. Now, do not get overwhelmed because we have the 9 of Wands here on the end. And it's reminding you, don't get overwhelmed with how much you find out or even trying to decipher or figure out what exactly these clues are indicating or what the message is. Enjoy the ride. Be looking at it almost from like being a detective and like, okay, I got a clue, now what? And then what? And then what? And then what? And be in discovery about what's starting to show up for you, because it's meant to help you in terms of navigating next steps and also what your choices are, where you want to be ending up. It's going to bring up a lot of questions too, because the reason why the Lovers is the first card means that there's a lot that gets to be handled or a lot that gets to be deciphered in reference to maybe the symbolism, what's representing you, what's representing the other party or the other part of the situation, what, where, how, why, all of those questions get to be asked. And you get to do it from a place of knowing that there's going to be answers as you are digging through the clues, as you are figuring out what those next steps are. So, Group 1, that is your message for today. Please subscribe, like, comment, share with somebody that you think could find value in this video. And as always, it's a pleasure doing this. I will see you on the next one. Bye. Hello, Group 2. Welcome to your Pick a Card. My name is Laurie. I'm a tarot reader and astrologer. And this message is a general message and something that you might need to hear. Keep in mind it is a collective reading, so it may land, it may not. And if it doesn't, just toss it. And if you're looking for something more one-on-one, look in the description box below. You'll find my information there. So the Oracle card that you chose was relationship. So we're going to be looking at what relationships in your life are showing up, what's the messaging around that, what you might need to know in reference to how they're going, what you need to do. So clarifying tarot cards. We have 5 of Swords, we have 3 of Pentacles, and we have Wheel of Fortune. So look at the relationship from a place of cohesiveness and how you guys can work together. Immediately when I see the Five of Swords and the Three of Pentacles coming together, it's not a me situation or a win situation. It's a we situation. How are we going to get it done? Because this is collaborating with others, and this is making sure that you aren't worried about just what you need. And since we're talking about relationships, this is making sure that you both are on the same page, that you're honoring what maybe the other person in the relationship is needing, or if this relationship involves other parties, so more than one. What is it going to do for you, or what are you going to do in order to make the relationship cohesive for everybody so that everyone wins, or that everyone feels a part of, or that it's not just about what do I need, what's going to have me stand out, how are my needs going to be met? It's how can I also be reciprocating? How can I be giving to the other party, or how can I be collaborating with them in such a way that the relationship is working really well? So this is asking you to be looking at your come from. How are you coming into relationships? What is your intention? What are you bringing into the situation? And what are you expecting from the situation? Because if it's, more about what it is that you're needing, this is your reminder to maybe look at it from a different point of view, kind of flip the page over and see what other stuff is available to you in the relationship that isn't self-focused. And if it's not that you're being self-focused, then it's still reminding you to be looking at a place from where can you also be a contributor to the relationship. So maybe you aren't getting certain things met. Maybe you're people pleasing and putting them as the first person or on a pedestal, or honoring what they need and want, but not really indicating that you might need something too. You also get to step into that and make sure that you are winning from the situation as well. Your final card is the Wheel of Fortune, which is just reminding you that as you are putting these pieces together, it can be a very beautiful blending of what can happen in this relationship. It would be letting go of maybe what existed before, because this is an ending and beginning card, but beginning in such a way that's going to kickstart things in a really good way. So letting go of maybe the previous way that you guys operated in the relationship, maybe the dynamics of the relationship that weren't working, or the dynamic that maybe just wasn't serving a certain type of purpose or wasn't supporting the relationship overall. Getting an end or closure to what existed before so that you guys can transition or pivot it into moving forward in a way that's going to support everyone as a whole in this relationship or situation. So be looking at that as kind of your next steps, or the area where you can do something about what are you going to be letting go of or removing, and then inviting in the new parts, especially when it comes to what it is that you learn about yourself in a relationship, when it comes to being more about not just winning, but making sure everyone's winning, collaborating in a way that's going to support everyone that's in the relationship or situation, and also making sure that you feel good as to what you're doing. You're not self-sacrificing. You're also not people-pleasing. You are being neutral or getting your needs met in an even way. So group 2, that is your message for today. Please subscribe, comment, like, and share with somebody that you think could find value in this message. And as always, it is a pleasure to do this reading for you. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye. Hello, Group 3. Welcome to your Pick a Card. My name is Laurie. I'm a tarot reader and astrologer. And today's Pick a Card is a general message that you might need to hear. But keep in mind, it is a collective reading. So if it resonates, cool. And if it doesn't, just toss it. And if you're looking for something more one-on-one, you can find my information in the description box below. So the oracle card that you chose was possibility. So this is going to be the theme of the reading. What are the possibilities available to you? What can you be in discovery about, or be seeking or looking for? And your tarot cards to clarify are, we have the Hierophant, Four of Cups, and Knight of Pentacles. So when we're talking about possibilities, this is reminding you that there's more than just the opportunities that you see available to you. The possibilities might be outside of the realm of comfort, or what it is that you typically see for yourself, or what you would even know as like possible. So explore maybe that dream-like state, or the ideas that might seem crazy to you or crazy to others that are really wild. What are those possibilities? Where can they take you? What's going on there? Because your clarifying tarot cards are indicating that part of what you get to explore is not only what would be kind of wild or out there, but also what's traditional and what would be of value to you. What hits home, what means something to you. So when I see the Hierophant, I immediately think of traditions, values, principles. What do we believe to our core? and what does our belief system say about us and what we're doing. So based on that, does your belief system allow you to explore possibilities? And what are those possibilities? And if there is possibilities available to you, are you actually looking at them, or do you consider them to be something that's only available to other people? I immediately think of like miracles or really great things happening when you put intention into something. And I find that some of my clients see this from a place of, but that only happens to certain people, or it always happens to them. I never get that. It never happens for me. Well, you're being reminded that those possibilities are just as possible for you, or those opportunities are just as possible for you, if you know your come from, if you believe in something bigger, greater, or possible for yourself. So be open to that idea. Also, because you have the Four of Cups here in the middle, it's reminding you to not get complacent or to think, again, it's like almost like the other people can have this, but not me. You get to change that narrative. You get to change how it is that you're viewing that, and make sure that you see the possibilities possible for yourself and not just for others. Don't be seeing it like it happens to, but not me. Because if you're in that place, what you're doing is inviting complacency. You're inviting that procrastination or sitting around or not really taking the opportunity kind of like by your hands and doing something with it. Instead, it's kind of like, well, I don't have to do something about it because it's not possible for me. So I don't have to think about it. I don't have to get uncomfortable. I don't have to do the things. But sometimes when we get out of our comfort zone and we explore the things that are possible, is where we get our most growth. So just saying. Now your final card is the Knight of Pentacles, and this is reminding you that all those possibilities that are starting to show up that can come into your space. This is a card of reminding you that your ability to manifest and create, especially when it comes to something tangible in your hands, so resources or how you utilize your energy or your time, material things, that's very much what Pentacles reminds us of, is that all those things are possible for you to create in your space and to generate abundance around that, generate wealth around that, security, especially if you're asking yourself about like, I needed a message about something financial. Well, this is telling you that by looking at the different possibilities and making sure that you're sticking to what would be considered like the rule book, or, what would be considered maybe the safer option because we have the Hierophant, and not getting complacent with the stories about what we tell ourselves, you can't see yourself in a place of abundance. You can't see yourself in a place of prospering or having the things that you want, especially if you're wanting it to double, triple, or show up in a bigger way. You have the possibility of creation. So for those of you that were needing a message around, okay, now what? This is telling you to get out there and do the thing. Don't hold yourself back. Don't think that it's not possible. This is your permission to dream big, go big, and see where it lands for you, especially when it comes to something that's meaningful. Because we go back to the Hierophant. What means something to us? What are our values and our principles? And the things that push us in a way that make us want to be bigger and better. So that is your message, group 3. Please subscribe, comment, like, share with somebody that you think would find value in this. And as always, it is a pleasure to do this reading for you. I will see you guys on the next Pick a Card. Bye.